Hello. Anybody hear me? You. Hello. 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 Hmm. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna make sure you can hear me. Hear me good. How you guys doing? This is Kia. Welcome to my channel. Excuse me. I am, how you say, thirsty, but not in the way they may think. Uh, so today is Sunday, July the 8th. I had to look at my screen. And it has been a very interesting first part of the year, to say the least. A lot of changes, a lot of stuff has happened, a lot of stuff I've realized, a lot of stuff I've been growing into. Um, just growth all around and trying to be steady and maintaining myself. In the Lord, of course, of the Lord, in the Lord, of the Lord. Um, but yeah, I've been trying. Sister girl's been trying. She's working it out. But today has been a really interesting day. Um, and I actually wanted to speak on this because I don't really have anybody else to talk to about this, so why not tell the whole world? Right? And honestly, it's not even to talk about it, it's to talk about my reaction. And it's to not give the devil any playing ground in my mind. Honestly, this is what this is for. And if you want to be legit, like in 100 about it, like I'm tired of the enemy. I'm tired of the devil messing with my head. Like I really am. Like for real. I may have this thing on my head and it may look like it's heavy, but it does not compare. And I look like a beautiful black unicorn, by the way. But it does not compare to when the enemy gets thoughts and notions and things in your mind, and you have to battle that. Like, I would rather have this with a cement brick tying it down than have the enemy keep playing with my head, honestly. So I'm talking to you guys in a place of freedom right now. And let me look at the camera. I'm talking in a place of freedom right now because I don't have anything about this that I'm gonna hold back. And I ain't talking about nobody. I'm talking about myself. I had opportunity to be offended today. I did. I had an opportunity to be offended. I had an opportunity to tell off whoever I wanted to, and I had an opportunity to get wildly upset. Wildly upset. But you know what? I realized that being offended, it is the devil's playground for people who are sensitive, such as myself. And I don't like saying that I'm sensitive because in my mind I'm a G, I'm a thug, I'm thug, thug straight. Like I buck up on you, whatever. Like I'm a thug, I'm a G, darn. But seriously, I had an opportunity to be offended today, and I didn't take the bait. I could have. I was really close to doing it too. It's super, super close. Uh, super close. But then I had to say, Lord, I need your help. I need you to come to me and I need you to help me with this because I realize this is not a strong suit of mine. This is a weak area of mine where I can get offended and I start overthinking and overreacting sometimes. I was like, Lord, I need you to help me, especially in church. One, I'm in church. Like we just had a great time in service. Like, why would I let the enemy? Why? Why do I want the enemy to come in and steal exactly what the word was planted in my heart? No, God, I need you. And then when I said, God, I need you, I literally in my mind, I got quiet and said within myself, I was like, devil, you're not going to have any playing ground in my mind. I'm not going to give you any playground in my mind. You're not going to get any action in my mind. You're not going to take this and you're going to run with it. You're not going to distract me from what God has called me to do. I refuse. I refuse to allow you to keep hindering me and blocking me and making me stop because of my own stuff. So I was like, devil, you got to go. I can't entertain you anymore. This has got to stop. And so like literally it felt like a weight was coming off as and I didn't even have to do it out loud. Like I was saying it in my mind. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I cried like a punk. I cried because I mean, when I get so overly frustrated, it's just like, because I got angry, like, and even in my anger, I refuse to sin. I refuse to say anything negative. I refuse to say it back. I'm trying to remember the conversation I had. No, I didn't say anything bad. I didn't, and I think I did good. I think I did good. I don't have anybody to vouch for me because it was all a personal thing. But no, I felt the weight lifted and, I felt better, like to the point where I was smiling and I was like, fine. And I let it go and I was fine. And I went out into the world, which was the rest of the church. And I presented myself and I was over it. And it was just like, the Lord is like, okay, now you can deal with what's about to happen next. And so literally, I got swept away, and I got kind of pulled into a meeting, and we talked exactly about the things that I needed to talk about, and it was so funny. It is so funny because God will. I think what happens is nothing really happens by circumstance or happenstance. I think that's the word. Nothing really happens by happenstance because I believe a lot of the stuff that happens also is a direct connection to what we do. So let's say you have two options. You have option A, you have option B. Option A, option A right here. You have an outcome. Let's start with this. You have an outcome. Let's say my head is the outcome. There's a situation that's happening, bubble, bubble, bubble. And option A, the route I could take, and then option B, the other route that I could take. This situation that I'm in, bubble, 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 bubble. I decide I want to go with route A. Now, route A seems rational, seems reasonable, but it's not the godly route. And so route B is still there. Like, you should have took me. And I'm over like, well, it's too late. I'm over here now, and the things that could have happened when you took route B is almost forfeited, or it's still sometimes it's still there, but it's like after you come off of route A, going down the route A, like round like a spaceship and everything, and you come back and you land and like, huh, I shouldn't have got on that route. Let me go down this route, and you go down route B. It's like, okay, now God has the doors open for you where you're supposed to do, and you go through it, and it's good, and it's what you needed and wanted, and it's just like I should have took route B in the first place. What was I thinking? Why route A looks so good? It's so easy. It wasn't the right one, so I should have took route B. And I think a lot of that. What I say that to say that God is the same way. God has one destiny for us, but we make these other routes because those other routes seem easy. It seems like it's more bearable. It's the right thing to do at the time, and it feels right when it's not right at all. And when we do these alternate routes instead of going the main route, instead of just going down 40, you want to go down 15501 to get back to 40 because that's where it leads you. It gets you right back to 40. Like literally, if you want to go to Durham, you could go straight down 40. But you want to go to 440 to go down 540 to go down 40 when you could have just went down 40. That's basically it. And it's just like we make all these detours and routes, and God's like, all right, you go ahead and you take your route. You waste all your gas, you waste all your energy and your time when you could have just had a straight shot and you could have been there and you could have had been blessed by taking my route. But you go ahead, you take your route. I'm gonna let you finish. But you got to come back and do this route eventually. And it's just like, huh. But like I said, it kind of I got lost in the tangent. But to come back to what I'm saying, I feel like God allowed me that time, even though I was upset, even though I had my moment. And I think I'm allowed that moment. I'm not allowed to be offended and stay offended. It's no right in being offended. Nobody has a right to be offended. It's not fair. It's not fair, nor is it always right. But it happens. But the fact that I did become offended and I let it go, I think that's what God was waiting for me to do. And like literally when I said I'm not going to do this, like that way I felt like a weight. It felt just like something lifted off my back, and it was just like, okay, she's ready. And like literally I got swept away, and I got done what I needed to get done. And I even sat there and I said, in full transparency, I was like, I was offended. I was offended because this, that, and come to find out it was miscommunication. And and even then it was just like God put oh, God put on the heart of somebody in the meeting about something. And it was just like I feel like God divinely in I think I feel like God had a lot to do with that. And I feel like it also was a decision that I made to not allow the enemy to get me and be defeated in that moment where it was a moment of weakness. It was just like and I refused. I refused. And I feel like I was like, okay, that's what I need to see. And he unlocked that person's mind, or he dropped in their mind my name, and it just came out, and it was just like, oh, okay. And it's not like I wanted to. I wanted what happened afterwards. It wasn't bad. I'm not saying that what happened afterwards was something that I wanted, but it was almost like, okay, God, you know what you're doing. So, and God, you whatever you have me to do, I'll do it. Like I'm not gonna fight. There've been times where I've been like, no, no. Oh, you want me? No, no. Yo, you want me to do? Oh, no, no, no. And I think when I got asked the question, my mouth formed the word no, but I ended up saying yes. It's just like, and it wasn't like I was trying to say no. It's just a natural no. No comes out. Just no. I work with 2-year-olds, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3-year-olds. They say no all the time. I say no all the time too. So they say no, I say no. Why can't I? Anyway. But I think God is good, man. And I love all my brothers and all my sisters, and I love my church. Like I'm gung ho for my church. Like we are moving as a doggone unit, man. Like we're getting more precision, we're getting more refined. Like God is moving and He's doing it, and I'm excited. And I didn't get no devil in hell, any type of play in my mind about anything. You hear me? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? But anyways, yeah. So that's what happened. Like, don't let offense breed in your minds. Don't let it fester. Offense is going to happen. Like, seriously, offense happens. We get offended on the daily. Some people, like myself, I get offended. And then it's like, okay, what's your choice? Yeah, what are you gonna do? You gonna keep you wanna stay offended, or do you want to just move forward? Because I mean, nobody's gonna care. I mean, honestly, nobody's gonna care after this. And even if they don't care, what good is it doing you? The conceited shirt. Ah, it doesn't do me any good. So why? Why be offended? Why stay offended? That's actually the better question. Why stay offended? If it's not going to benefit you, it's not going to benefit the other person because they didn't say what they had to say and they didn't bounce. You know, was it benefiting you by staying offended? You like wallowing in it? Is that what it is? I mean, and some people do. Some people like to wallow in their pity and mess and offense and just be mad. And what's it doing? You're missing out on a whole bunch of stuff. You're missing out on what God is possibly saying and trying to drop into your spirit and do and walk out. You're missing out on blessings because you're staying offended. So I'm okay. I am okay. Great. And I thank God. I'm free from offense. So with that being said, I am going on a whole week, actually a whole 2 weeks now. This is week 2 without my child. Well, no, he left on the 30th. No, he left on 29th, 28th. No, 9th, 30th, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 10 days. It feels like it's been like a full 2 weeks. I've not seen my child. And I'm getting upset, even though it's gonna be an actual 2 weeks and like 2 days that I won't see him. But I feel like it's been like 3 weeks. I know this time keeps jumping up higher, but it feels like it's been 25 years since I've seen my child. And I feel like he's going to have a beard and he's going to have like, hey, mommy, like, oh, what happened to you? He's going to come in with a size 10 shoe. I'm going to have to throw everything out. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to put a butt cheek in. You're gonna have to put a pair of pants on with one butt cheek in, one pair of pants, another butt cheek, and another pair of pants, and we sew them together. And you're gonna make it work. And like that's my head is already gone about what may happen. This dude, I feel like he's gonna get taller, and maybe he got bigger, and just is he gonna remember me? Is my child gonna remember? I miss my baby. So yeah, I miss my baby. But he'll be back next week on the 15th. And we will have fun. also, I wanted to mention that I started a new job. I did. Technically not a new job. It's a job that I was doing before. I actually was volunteering at that job before I got a job that paid, and then I actually started working various other jobs after that job. Well, the volunteer job, but then ended up coming back to this volunteer job as a paid employee. So, and what job, you may ask? Excuse me. It's my godmom's mom. No, my mom, who's my godmom, my mom, mom. It's so weird. Just I'm. Let me pause on this. It's my godmom's job. It's her daycare, but I want to say this. It's weird saying mom. It's weird saying mom when you've been without a mom for so long, but it's also weird to me, and I shouldn't make it weird. But it's weird when saying mom is what you want to say, but you don't want to disrespect your other mom, your real mom, but you don't want to put a lot of emphasis on mom being mom. Does that make sense? Because I think what a lot of people, even in church, we get to like, it's nothing wrong with having spiritual parents and spiritual godparents and grandparents and moms and dads. There's nothing wrong with that. I think, and this has happened to me, so I can vouch and I can attest to this. I think what happens is we get so comfortable with the person that we forget that they are, I wouldn't say temporary, and I wouldn't say a replacement mom, but we forget that they chose to be our mom or our dad, or they accepted a position in a role in our lives to be that mom, that dad for us. And we take for granted that they're mom and dad. And I guess I don't want to say it and then something happens, but then it's like I'm speaking something that into existence that may never happen. But why would I want it to happen? So it's like I gotta get, you know, one thing I'm guys, one thing at a time. I'm trying. The Lord's working with me. That's my new mantra. I'm trying. I'm trying though. I'm trying. But I want to make sure that mom, mom, mama, mommy, mom, mama, ma. You know who you are. You know what time it is. You know what it is. You know how I feel. That's all I'm saying. And I say this to her, and she's like, "I love you too." So say, "I love you too." Like, yeah, yeah. So I'm not. You already know. But yeah, it's not that I have a hard time loving people. I think I have a hard time loving people who. I'm not gonna say I have a hard time. I had a hard time loving people that I called my mom because I'm comparing everybody to my mom, to my mom, my biological mom. And so nobody can fill her shoes and nobody can feel the integrity, the amount of integrity that she carried, because that the weight of integrity she had for herself and others, and spiritual integrity at that, not just earthly integrity, spiritual integrity that she had. I don't think anybody can match that. And I think what I do is I'm I'm judgy. I'm gonna say it, I'm judgy. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of evangelistical people, as such as myself, apparently are. Um, but I think it's another level, and it can be skewed discernment about things and just skewed perceptions about stuff. But not making it spiritual because everything's not spiritual. I just Nobody can compare to my mom, my biological mom, and then when I put a comparison onto them, I'm comparing them to that, and then you know I'm settling for them being the real thing, and then it's like, oh well, we straight. You're just like my mom, like this is that, and then as a real child sometimes may do, they may become a little, they have moments of disrespect. Can't say that all children are never disrespectful because some children may disrespect and it's not really intentional. It's just sometimes they are. I know I'm bad, but I'm not bad. No, sorry. Yes, I, I rebuke that whole sentence. I'm not bad. Um, I have my moments, and it's just like it's bad habits and old habits that have been rooted that I believe God will uproot and He will tear down those walls, and that I'm actively trying to tear down the walls. But I need God. I need God to kind of pull a lot of this stuff down that's been built up on my heart for a long, long, long time. So, with that being said, I am I'm working on myself. Like I said in the beginning, I'm trying. I'm trying though. um, but yeah, I'm I'm learning not to get too comfortable with my godmom. I'm learning to make sure I respect my godmom, as her position as the godly mother to my spiritual needs. Um, and that's who she is. She's the godly mother to my spiritual needs. Not just natural, because that's I had that. I need a spiritual mom that can kind of pull me through, because we are spirit people living in flesh filled bodies, and when we die we can't take this body up to heaven. Couldn't stand it, but our spirits can, because that's what God made us. And so I that's how God made us, spirit filled and spirit people in a flesh body. And so when we go to heaven, our spirits are going to go to heaven or hell, wherever you choose. And whatever you pick, how you live your life. But, you know, in order for me to make it here on this earth, I need a spirit, God filled woman, mother, to pull me into another level. So, yeah, I already feel like I'm being moved. Um, I'm being moved. And there's always a change happening. God always changes. He always shifts and he moves. Um, and it's like we have to be like the wind. We have to be like the water. We have to shift and we have to move and shift and move and shift and move. But yeah. But yo, let me get back on track. I've had 30 minutes. I'm not gonna make this long. Um, Yo, let's talk about this Andy Mineo EP. Let's talk about this. Let's chat for a minute. Like literally. Let me do this in a minute. This Arrow CD by Andy Mineo, straight fire. And it actually it hits it's unconventional because what he talks about is mental health. Like, people talk about mental health, like, oh, even Christians, they don't talk about mental health, but that's where the attacks start is in our minds, especially people who have a lot of knowledge, who know a lot of things, who think a lot. It's a mental thing, and so this EP has dealt with a lot of getting perspectives and pulling down strongholds. Like, Imma say it, he's pulling down some big strongholds that hold a lot of Christians captive in this EP, and it's just like, there's so much just energy and power, and honestly, I think Imma say it, it's a lot of anointing in a lot of these songs, like, even down to the beats themselves, like, the way the beats are made, like, nobody could have thought of that. Who would have thought to put that beat at that particular time there at that moment and put it with that verse? Oh my god. Like, it was amazing. Like, he like, Andy, chill, chill. Like, he snapped. He snapped completely on this. Like, give you some stuff so you can listen to this. Cause he snapped. Like, the one I've been listening to is called Clarity. And I'm telling you, when I say, like, this has been my main anthem for a minute now, only because it's what I've been searching a lot of my life. And I wouldn't say that I've completely found it, but I find clarity about God, but I'm searching clarity about myself. And so as I continue walking with God, I'll continue finding clarity about myself. But I think this is a never ending journey. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a little bit. Sometimes you can just be or as a person, and it's like there's a fog around you. It's not, that's part of it. Done took its time, but I so do I. Uninspired, undefied. Now somebody's getting fired, terrified, paralyzed. Twitter game verified. Every life, very vibe. Understand I'm on demand, son of man, my son of Sam. Somewhere in between the two, I mean the two. Spend the evening be with you. Oh, I know I need it too. Do I believe? Believe I do. On my faith walk, took the the scenic route. Get lost, I be aloof. Adidas on, still need a boost. What was the eating fruit? I'll ask him when I see him. Daily bread, that's per diem. But I'm fasting like a beam. Riding past you in the PM. And a stolen car that's fleeing from the scene of a crime. Apollo Creed in his prime. Rocky verses. I'm a person that's trying to believe I'm worth it. I'm working through it, but work is well worth it. It's hella churches still, hell is working fine. What's that tell us? Fellas hurting, it's like melanin, a crime. That's the elephant we hide. Truthfully, we probably lied. Rather have a tribe than unity, so you and me divide. Hellish and divine, fellas and divine. Telling me I'm fine, I know better. All I want is clarity, clarity. Cause all of my heroes are frauds, just like me, just like me. Don't let every man be a liar. Let only God be true. And all of your heroes are frauds, just like you. I can't see through that smoke in ya. That's the smoke in ya. That's that smoke in ya. That smoke in ya. Like, fire. And like that part when he was just the way he kind of presents it, oh, the way he presents it is like we have all these questions, we have all these doubts, we have all this uncertainties about things, but it only occurs. And listen, we're the strongest when we first get saved. We're the strongest when we are continually delivered after a big major deliverance. We're the strongest, even down to when we renew our vows with God. We are the strongest. But what about those in between times? What about those times where, we are really literally floating from grace to grace? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what about those times where we start doubting what we know? What about those times when we start doubting that we're ever going to see these promises that God has promised us that come to fruition, and it's like blessings that we're waiting on? When? What happens when we start trying to figure out what religion for us is all about? What happens when we start doing that and we taking all this stuff in our own hands and like, okay, it's not moving fast enough. Let me do this. I'm not getting this. I'm not getting a result. Let me do this. What happens? It's not even that we're doubting. And he says this. It's like faith is not doubt. Faith is not the opposite of doubt. Faith is when, okay, sorry. Faith is not the opposite of doubt. Is when we all think we have it figured out. And it makes so much sense because it's just like when we start figuring out things for ourselves, it's a form of doubt, but becoming too prideful to say, God, I don't know what's happening. I need your help. Help me, guide me. And trusting that He's going to guide us instead of just taking it in our own hands and doing it for ourselves. We don't trust Him. Instead of trusting Him, we take it in our own hands. I'm sorry, I said it backwards. We take it in our own hands and we don't trust Him. And it's not only just doubt, it's arrogance and pride. And like we're so deceived. We're so deceived into thinking that that's what we should be doing. But when we should be totally relying on God for everything. 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 Bubble, 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 everything. So it's just like, gosh, God, you just Andy, you just chill. Like you blowing my mind here, bro. Yes. God, so amazing. I love it. But I'm gonna share this poem and then I'm gonna bounce off of here. Um, it's called Smoke in the Air. Um, and I did it because honestly, I was feeling this anonymity. Not gonna lie. I was feeling this anonymity. Um, and it was talking to me. Like it really was talking to me. And so I went ahead and I made a poem about it. If I can get to it, hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So this is called, in response to Andy Minio's clarity. You felt how the vibe went, right? Okay. So this is called Smoke in the Air. Here. Oh well, smoke in the air. And it's HEIR, smoke in the air. Uh, Tempted to talk about things that you don't understand, giving life to dead situations like you really actually cared, forcing a grieving spirit inside of holy houses just to understand your babble, confused mindsets of control. Lord, break down this Babel tower. Locked in the highest room, lighting the candle to see. Gracious God, woman, man, look out that tower and scream, Lord, rescue me. Perspectives of contentment, positive vibes only. Surely you know Tony, Tony, and Tony. Yeah, those tunes you grew to, forgetting religious doctrines threw you into accepting moral ethics of Christ following for mere half angle Christianity. But you just keep hitting the follow ing button. Oh man, this world fooled you. That that's that Christ following with a secular spin, keeping up with lies and deceit like you gonna win. Keeping your eyes stuck in the back part of our sockets. We don't see nothing. Hope hopscotch and turn double dutch with sin. And he coughing down our throats with open mouths, wide open. Y'all, we are in it too deep. We keep wilding. We keep fake smiling. We keep dancing and shouting. We keep putting a praise on it. We keep wilding. We keep fake powering. We keep glory on parade. We keep masking denials with charades. We keep letter bopping our sermons. We keep projects in the church churning, but we keep killing our neighbors with words and for sport. Let's not be ashamed of it. Keep telling you're fine. Keep telling them those lies. Keep dodging the time. You'll just start running out of time. But that's what the enemy wants you to know. That's what the enemy doesn't want you to know. That time is not in your hands. That time is not your friend. That time is like a quicksand. And grace is only borrowed time to do the work more efficient. Sorry, I had to get some things off my chest. I need to clear the smoke and so that's what I had. 42 minutes and 48, 49, 50, 51 seconds. Um, so, yeah. Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord, for today. That's all I can say. Today was awesome. So I got 11 minutes to spare before 12 o'clock. I've absolutely done nothing and I've chilled. I've got some things done. And I'm going to go get some rest because I have work in the morning. I have work in the morning. Okay. Yeah. I got my arms out. Look at this. I rarely do stuff like that. But I have them out. I Alright. So I'm tired. As you can see, falling asleep already. Hopefully I will talk to you guys really soon. Not too soon, but soon. And you guys have a really great night. I pray that you guys keep your health, keep your strength, keep your mind focused and stayed on God. And I pray that you guys have a really good sleep. Pray for me as I pray for you. Keep my baby Fred in your prayers. Mabuka. Mabuka, baby. And I love you guys. Good night.